I am just about to go live on YouTube for the very first time, and live on YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. So come and join me. This is going to be good. And we're going to be talking about something really juicy today. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is the first time I'm going live on YouTube, and I'm so happy that you are here with me. Today we're going to be talking about a really exciting topic. I'm so excited about this topic. So I'm basically going to be sharing with you the 3 core visibility blocks. These are the blocks that hold us back from being more visible, from putting more of our work out there, from getting more of our offers out there, and from doing more of the work that we are called to do. And so, hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Taryn. I am a business alchemist, and I am passionate about helping heart-led entrepreneurs be seen, paid, and free. And the topic that we're talking about today, hey Pat, thanks for joining, is something, so these 3 core visibility blocks I have worked through personally on a deep level many times over the last decade. And it's also something that I support my clients with as well, because let's be honest, the work is ongoing and there's so many different layers to this. So even if you feel like you are a confident person, even if you feel like you've done loads of healing work over the past and you've worked through your fear of rejection or the not enough wounds, but you still feel like there's resistance that comes up for you every time you think about putting a new offer out there, or getting on a live, or inviting somebody into a sales conversation. And the reason why is because these wounds don't just go away. It's not like a quick fix. There's many different layers to it. And every time we do something new and we step into the unknown, at any stage in business, like I don't care if you're just starting out or if you're like making £1 million, at every level, there's going to be resistance because you are stepping into the unknown. And so you're going to see lots of different layers of the blocks that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So what we're going to be covering in today's mini teach is why visibility isn't just about showing up, but it's really about the energy you bring into it. We're also going to be talking about the 3 core fears that make people hesitate, overthink, or play small, shrink their message, dim it down. And I'm also going to share with you the one belief that is going to change the way you approach visibility forever. And so I want you to just think about this for a second. Like, how is this possibly showing up for you in your business? If you have you ever felt like you've spent like hours writing this Instagram post, for example, and then you don't actually end up posting it? Or have you ever had an amazing idea to jump on a Facebook Live, but eventually you've kind of convinced yourself that nobody's going to show up anyways, so you didn't end up doing it? Or maybe you've been watching other people take up space online and secretly you're thinking like, who am I to do that? I don't have anything unique to say, as an example. So if any of this sounds familiar, just drop me an emoji in the comments, and just know that you're not alone. Like, this is such a common thing and I see it all the time. And the truth is that visibility blocks aren't just about social media strategies. I think a lot of people think, okay, all I need to do is dial in my messaging, or all I need to do is learn how to like focus on public speaking. Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone. And so all I have to do is focus on getting better at public speaking. And so a lot of people just focus like on the strategy, and like, I hold my hand up, I've been there as well. But the biggest part of it is in the how you're showing up. Because when you are not allowing yourself to express yourself fully, then it's going to be felt on the other side. And so this is really about what's happening not only in your mind, but especially in your body and in your nervous system when you think about being seen. And like, why is this even important? Like, why do you want to become more visible in the first place? You might think, oh gosh, like I don't want to be more visible. I'm just like quite happy like not being online, or it's like talking to people about my offers or whatever. But the thing is that as business owners, we have to get our work out there, right? There's no other way. And if you want to serve people, if you want to help people, if you want to make an impact in some way, you've got to get your work out there. And what I see a lot is entrepreneurs thinking that the issue is, I don't know what to say, so I won't say anything. But the reality is that actually they don't feel safe being seen. And so it's really going to come down to the safety in your body, right? And the other thing is people might think, okay, the problem is that I need a better content plan. So we talked about the strategy piece. But really it's I'm afraid of taking up space. Or maybe they think that they need more confidence, but actually all they need to do is shift the way that they are relating to visibility on a deeper level. And this matters because if you don't shift these blocks, you'll keep self-sabotaging, you'll keep overthinking, you'll keep procrastinating, you'll keep avoiding. These are the very things that are going to hold you back in your business. And if you let these patterns run the show, then you're going to stay stuck in inconsistency and in self-doubt instead of becoming known as the expert that you are. And if you're not showing up fully, then you're not giving the right people a chance to connect with you. And you're making it even harder for them to say yes to working with you. So yeah, just let me know if any of this is resonating with you. So I wanted to just break this down into the 3 biggest visibility blocks that I see. And the first one is, hey Amy, thanks for joining. The first visibility block that I see is the fear of being seen. This is where you are worrying about what other people will think, and this is holding you back. So this is also known as the fear of rejection on a deeper level. It can also show up as a fear of judgment, but really the root of it is the fear of rejection, because you reject that if you feel that if you are seen, then people will judge you or reject you in some way. And actually, fear of rejection is one of the biggest core wounds that hold us back, not only in our businesses but in life as well. Because back in the day, when you were rejected from society, it meant almost certain death, because you would not be able to survive on your own in the wild. And these kind of traumas are passed down through generations, right? So it might not even be your own trauma, but it is a collective trauma, a collective belief that has been passed down. So even if you feel like, well, I wasn't really rejected as a child, then it might not even be yours, But yeah, this can really, really hold you back. The second core visibility block is the fear of not enoughness. And this can show up as not feeling good enough. It can show up as not knowing enough. It can show up as not having enough money, experience, whatever. And so what happens is you start to compare yourself to others. So this is where the comparison comes in. And you start to wonder, well, why is she so far ahead and I'm not? Or how can she do that and I can't? Or how can she have that and I can't? And so you hesitate to own your own expertise or own your own niche or own the work that you're doing and the transformations that you're creating, that you're helping people with. And so the third core visibility block is the fear of outshining. And this can be in terms of overstepping somebody or in terms of taking up too much space. And so this is where we start to play small, we shrink, and we think, who am I to do this? Or if I do this, that means that I'm going to upset somebody else and I'm going to hurt somebody else. And so this can, be rooted in childhood where you might have had a sibling and your parents said to you, okay, don't be too good at this because it's going to make your brother upset. Or maybe your parents were triggered when you were too loud or too bold or showed too much of your emotions, and they were like, okay, just tone it down a bit. Can you just keep quiet? And so you learned to dim your shine. You learned to keep quiet and not really express yourself fully. And so I want to just tell you something that is really going to help you shift this. Your audience isn't looking for perfect. They are looking for you. And you don't need to be more experienced, more polished, or more ready to help people. You are able to help people with the experience that you have already in some way. You're not taking space away from anyone. There's more than enough to go around. And this isn't about forcing yourself to be visible. It's about making being seen feel natural. And let's be honest, the first time you do a live or the first time you put a post out on social media, it's not going to feel natural. But over time, as you work through these blocks and you do it consistently, it becomes more natural, it feels more safe, and it becomes a part of your aligned business growth. And in this way, you start to show up in a way that feels really powerful and eventually effortless. And so can you see how visibility struggles aren't about just not knowing what to say, but about how you feel when you say it? And can you see how shifting your beliefs around being seen can completely change the way that you show up? And can you imagine how much easier visibility would feel if it was just a natural extension of who you are instead of something that you have to force? And so if this is landing for you, just drop shift in the comments. And so this is exactly the kind of work that I'm doing inside of my program, my 2-month program, ACA, the Aligned Client Accelerator. So the second pillar is visibility. This is what we are working through at the moment. And this is where I go into so much more depth with this. And so inside ACA, we go way beyond strategies and we actually rewire the way you experience visibility so that you can feel at home in your messaging and you can speak with clarity and confidence and you can show up consistently. Yeah, right. I'm with you, Amy. And show up consistently and effortlessly without overthinking every word, and attract clients who are already a yes without feeling like you have to convince anyone. And so if you want to be added to the next cohort, which I think we're launching in March, then I'll drop the link below, or you can DM me for the details. But here's the thing, right, is that your audience is already out there. They're already looking for the transformation that you provide, but they can't find you if you're hiding, if you're not putting yourself out there consistently. And so, yeah, it's time to own that and change it. And I would love to hear from you. What's one shift that you're committing to making around your visibility today? And it doesn't have to be something big. It can just be something small. Drop it in the comments, because also when we decide and declare, that also puts an energy behind us. It puts a fire behind us to actually move forward towards the thing that we're working towards the vision that we have. Whether that is to bring in more clients or grow your revenue or just like show up more fully. So claim it. And yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube and Instagram as well, if this resonated, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. My brand new YouTube channel on my brand new channel on YouTube, and hit the bell so that you can make sure you don't miss on any more mini trainings like this. And thank you so much for joining. Sending you so much love.